There's a fish. First fish of the morning, guys. This is how I start my day off. I think it's a little snook. Yeah, it's a little snook. All right. That's how we start the morning off. A little tiny snook. Man, he nailed it too. All right. Get him out of here. See you, buddy. Not even afraid. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Todd the Kayak Warrior here. Today's plan is to fish for Sheepshead. I'm waiting on my buddy John, Faith and Fishing, to get here. We got some fiddler crabs, we have some shrimp, and so that snook that I just caught was a bonus. So I'm gonna keep fishing for snook or whatever bites over here until he gets here. So let's get to fishing. Yeah, I figured right along these rocks there would be some snook. Plus there's been some activity over here. I've been seeing a lot. So I'm just casting, letting it sink a little bit and then jigging it up and down, and he can hit it on the fall, as normally happens. John should be here in a minute. He should be putting in here shortly. So we're gonna keep fishing here, see if we can get some more bonus fish until he gets here. I like fishing these rocks because it drops off really quickly and a lot of places for fish to hide. This is my first time to this location. Before I was rudely interrupted there, this is the first time to this location. This is something new to me, or a place new to me. Haven't fished for Sheepshead in a long time. It's been a minute, guys, and I'm really excited about it. There's another snook. Oh, I lost him. That was another one. I knew right over here by these little, by the rocks and the weeds and stuff over here. I just don't think I got a hook in him. There we go. There we go. What is this? Is that a flounder? No, it's a redfish. Not big enough to keep, but it is a redfish. I'm in the small category this morning. I knew it didn't feel like a snook. But second fish of the morning. All right, buddy. Appreciate the catch. Okay. I guess you said you weren't happy about that, huh? Just had to splash me. All right, I see my buddy John in the distance, but until he gets over here, I'm gonna see if I can catch another snook or redfish. There's something else. There's another one. And now I've got a puffer fish. We don't want those. And he tore my bait up. Oh, look what he did to my bait. Good Lord. That's what they do. Their mouths are ridiculous. Guys, John Faith and Fishing, my buddy, is here. I'm excited. Haven't been able to fish with him in a while, so rough morning.
Yeah. Could not get the ball, the trailer drop on the ball.
Yeah. I've already caught a snook, lost a snook, a redfish.
Nice. All right here?
All right here, and a puffer. So, but I'm ready to switch gears and
Size too?
the snook now, both of them were small. The second one that I hooked and lost, he might have been close. But the redfish was about 16, 17. No. But, oh, that's bigger. Oh, that's bigger. Yep, there we go. I don't think he's big enough, but if this is a snook, if this is a red, he's big enough. He's digging like a redfish, for sure. No, it's a snook. Oh, but he's still not big enough. He stuck it though, good grief. He's fighting like a big one. He's fighting like a full-grown snook. Ooh, I don't know. He's gonna be close. Come back here. No, it's not gonna be big enough. He's probably about 25. He's thick though. Good grief. All right in these little rocks right here, all along, right where I thought they would be. Yeah, he's not big enough to keep, but still a good fish this morning. Yeah, I think he's gonna be about 25 maybe. Yep, 24 and a half. All right, let's get him back in the water and let's get to fishing for some sheepshead. All right, see you, buddy. So my setup, guys, for the fishing that I was just doing, this is an old 18 kinetic 7-foot medium light. I tell you what, these old 18 outfitter rods are the best rods I've ever used. If you want to pick one up, I have multiple ones. I have 3 on the boat right now. They're made here in the United States, but if you want to pick one up, I'll leave the discount code TKW in the description, or if you use that, you can catch them. But hold on, I'm seeing fish right here. And you can pick one up at any time. These things are fantastic. I'm using 10-pound braid and 20-pound floral leader. This is a Diafuego 2500, and this is a super light setup. I can fish with this thing all day long. And so I'm gonna get over here and try to fish for some sheepshead though. Hopefully we can get over here and catch them. So let's get busy. So guys, I am starting off with some live shrimp. I'm gonna free line it. I'm just gonna hook it under the horn, just like that. We're gonna get positioned over here and see if we can catch these fish real quick. I want to start off with live shrimp first, just because there's other fish over here. As you saw on the rocks right over there, there were plenty of snook. So I'm in 36 feet of water right now. This is pretty crazy. John's got a fish on already. Targeted species. But can be anything over here. Sheepshead, black drum, redfish, snook, snapper. I mean, all kinds of fish over here. I'm just watching my line because this shrimp is moving, is drifting down this way. I might have to put a split shot on. So I'm gonna put on a size 1 split shot. It's gonna get it down there a little bit quicker. The only problem is these get hung up a little bit once you get them close to the rocks. Gotta go. That's the targeted species, guys. A little too small, but that is the targeted species. All right. Yep, I do not like these hooks. We're changing. All right, guys, so we are gonna switch it up a little bit. I am gonna grab one of these crabs and I'm gonna put it on a sheepshead jig. This is what I'm fishing with now. I'm just gonna hook that underneath one of the legs and bring it out the back just like that so it stays alive a little bit more. And we're gonna drop it straight down. We're in 17 feet of water right here, but we're gonna drop it straight down and see if we can get one to bite. Ooh, it goes up to 10 real quick. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, targeted species, baby. Targeted species. Don't think he's big enough to keep, but we're gonna see. Fish have to be, sheepshead have to be 12 inches here, guys. So if he is 12 inches, he's gonna be like right at it. No, he's definitely not 12. Definitely not 12 inches. Wait a minute. Oh yes, he is. He is 12, almost 12 and a half inches. So first keeper in the box. All right, guys, we're gonna bleed this guy out, put him in the box, and yeah, that's switching to that jig definitely helped. So let's get him in here. All right, guys, so my setup for sheepshead is also an old 18 Outfitters, but this is a suppressor series. It's a step up from the Kinetic. It is still a 7 foot, but this is a medium, has a little bit more backbone. It's a 7 foot. Like I said, I'm using 10-pound braid again, but I'm using 25-pound fluoro leader, and I'm using a 3/8 ounce sheepshead jig. And so sheepshead in Florida, they have to be 12 inches, and you can keep, they have to be 12 inches and you can keep 8 of them. So this is what a fiddler crab looks like, guys. Got that one claw there trying to get me. I'm just gonna stick it through his backside, through one of his leg cavities, and bring it out just like that. So that's what I'm fishing with, guys. All right, let's see if we can get back in the same position and see if we can catch one, another one. We were right about in here somewhere. So the deal is you want to make contact with the bottom when you're fishing for sheepshead, because they're down there and they're scavenging, looking for crabs and other crustaceans, barnacles and stuff like that. So that's what they eat. And this crab is a nice tasty treat for them. But you really want to maintain contact with the bottom, and once you set the hook, you want to get them up and away from that structure. There we go. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, this is definitely a good one. Oh my gosh. It's like a 14-inch grunt. Yeah. Holy smokes. I mean, this is a huge grunt. All right, wasn't expecting this, but hey, we'll take it. I mean, I could not tell what this was at first, but look at the size of this sucker. You hear him grunting? Look at the size of this grunt, guys. This is inshore in 10 feet of water, 12 feet of water, but look at the size of that sucker. I mean, that's crazy. Oh yeah, you're going in the box, guy. I will say this, fishing for groceries today is paying off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoo, that's a nice one. That is a nice one. That's about 17 right there. That's what we came here for. That's what we're trying to catch, guys. That is the ticket. He is the real deal. Oh yeah. All right. He is 16 inches. All right, let's get him in the box. But that's what we're after, guys. A nice 16-inch sheepshead. We're gonna bleed him and then get him in the box. So that's 3 keeper sheeps and 1 big grunt. So we only have one small crab left. We're gonna drop it down. Let's go. I mean, come on, dude. Are you serious? I mean, how much? Give us some space. That's ridiculous. John, I'm gonna go on the other side over there. Yeah. All right, maybe it was meant for me to come over here on this side. Let's see if we can catch something here. We caught some snook here earlier. Should be able to catch something else here. There should be some snapper, even more sheepshead in here. Caught a redfish in here. There we go. There we go. Still catching sheepshead. Yep. And it's a keeper. Yep. It's about 15. Actually, it might be the same size. I just caught a 16-inch over there right before they came. That's why they parked over there, because they saw me catch it. But that's okay. Still catching sheepshead, guys. Still catching sheepshead. Actually, this one might be the same size. All right, I know he's big enough to keep, but I just want to see how big he is. He's right at 16 inches as well. So we're gonna back up and then get this guy in the box. So guys, you have to listen to the unction of the Lord. I know I could have stayed where I was when I just caught a 16-inch sheep, but in me, it was just to move. I knew to move, and my words were when I got over here, maybe it was meant for me to move over here. And the Lord did provide. He provided another 16-inch sheepshead. So if I'd have stayed over there, I probably wouldn't have caught any more, because I'd have been looking back and forth over my back. But that's what it is about following the unction of the Lord. Just do what he says. You gotta love him. He never disappoints, that's for sure. You know, the saying is, don't move to find fish if you're catching fish. Well, that just broke that one. God can do what he said he was gonna do. He said he would provide, and he did. So hope that was a good lesson for you guys, to follow what he says. Don't think about what seems right in our own mind. So let's put on another shrimp. Let's get back over here and see if we can find another one. I'm gonna try something. Try to go free line, and I'm gonna see if something's gonna pop this thing. You never know, a snook could be up underneath there, come out, a big snapper, or a big grunt like I got, or a sheepshead, or redfish over here. Who knows? I caught everything over here, all of those fish. Here we go. Snapper. Mangy. I think he's gonna be 10. I think he's gonna be 10. And if so, he's going in the box. Oh yeah. That's an 11-inch snapper. He is going in the box. He swallowed it though. It's right there. I might be able to get it. All right. Let's get him in the box and let's get out of here. Ooh, that cooler's getting full, buddy. The cooler is getting full. We definitely have a smorgasbord of keeper fish though. We've got 4 sheepshead, a big grunt, and a decent sized snapper now. All right guys, that is gonna do it for me today. Man, really appreciate you guys hanging with us. He tore him up out there. Actually, we both tore him up today.
Yeah, it was a great day.
Yeah.
Great day.
The fiddlers, so I will tell you this, we hit the tide at a right time. It was an incoming tide and we hit it like halfway through the cycle and the fish were on fire. So, man, what'd you think of it?
They were lit up. I needed today, man. It was just like going a little bit early for sheepshead, you know, season-wise, and fiddlers were there, so were the sheepshead, and we caught a really good mixed bag.
Yeah.
A lot of surprises, actually.
Yep, we both caught grunts. We both caught snapper, even though we were going for sheepshead.
Yeah.
And you know, we both have sheepshead in the box as well. So, good food for the family.
No doubt.
You know, so like I said, guys, I really appreciate you guys hanging with me. Once again, go check out John Faith and Fishing. He is dynamic. Go subscribe to his channel. Matter of fact, stop right now, pause this, jump over there, subscribe to his channel.
Appreciate it.
Now that you're back, thank you. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And then hold that thought, big guy. Let's go clean and cook some fish. Let's get busy. All right, guys, we're gonna start with this one here. I have my Dexter knife. It is pretty sharp, and so with sheepshead, they have really tough skin. You see the scales there, they're pretty big. But the cool thing is about sheepshead, they actually have this little pocket that's right here underneath that little flapper right there. So we're going to use that to our advantage. But since they have such hard scales, you want to take your knife and angle it this way when you're cutting this. So we're going to make a long cut here because there's a fin there. There's a part of their skeleton is like right along here, and so we're really trying to get this meat here down to here, and they have a really big rib cage right here. So we're going to try to avoid that, and we're going to get busy. So I'm going to make the long cut here, and I like to try to preserve as much meat as possible. I am not a master fillet man, but I get the job done. So once I make that long cut, I come here, I lift this up, I take my knife and I start going up that way. So that way I can meet there. Now I can turn my knife and angle it back this way, and I'm just going along that little ridge that's there. Keep going, and it's key to have a sharp knife. And once I get here, I'm going to go to the other side and slice down, and it cuts the meat. So now I can take this, my knife, and go right along that line of that rib and start going down this way. So I can raise this up little by little. I'm in no hurry because I want to try to get as much meat off of these things as possible. So I'm just taking my knife and I'm just going along. I'm guiding it along. You see the skeleton there, the fins, and you just take this knife and just slide it right along there. Let that knife guide, and you just keep doing that. And then right here in the middle of it, there's part of the spine that goes there, and you just have to go up, tilt your knife over a little bit, and go down on the other side. And now that just gets the meat on that other side. So you see that little rib part that's right there. And so now let's come here, pop that disconnects it from the spine there, the pin bone, and I just keep going down. Now this is where I tend to get some pin bones in here because I want to try to get as much meat as possible, but I'll take care of that one on the back side. So just keep going down. And once I keep doing this on the back side, now I just go here and I just go through and see where the fin goes there. I'm just guiding my knife right along that, and it cuts that off. And that's it. So that's the first part before we fillet it. And as you can see, I didn't miss much meat. So you see there, I missed a little bit there, but that's because of the rib. But all this is good to go. That's all meat gone. So I'm gonna flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. So make the long cut here, straight down, all the way up. Pop this, and then I take my knife, put it up underneath that flap. I'm angling down so if I do pop it out, I'm not going to hit my hand. So I can just feel that fin right there, so it takes it all the way up to the top. And now I'm just going to raise that up and follow this flap all the way down right along the fin. And like I said, the key is to have a very sharp knife, so it just keeps going straight across. And then once I get down here, where the tail is, I'm just going to go straight through, and I'm going to ride it right along that spine. And as you can see, that's the spine right there. So now I'll just raise this up and just start doing the same thing I did on the other side, just trying to get all the meat that I can. I missed a little bit right there, but once I raise it up, you see that, I can just go back and get it. And it's a, you know, just take your time with it. There's no need to rush. I'm not trying to set a record for see who can fillet the fastest or anything like that. I want the meat. That's what I went fishing for, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get all the meat that I can off these fish. Here we go. And just keep working that knife. There's a little bladder that's right there, that little bag, that little sack. So once you get past that, it makes it a little bit easier to go over top. And then you can just, you feel the ribs right there, and you just go straight down. And just keep working your knife. Now I'm just guiding along that rib cage to get all that little bit of meat off. Now I'll get on the bottom side. That's it. So look at that, straight through there. You can see all the way through there. That's what you want. So now that part's done, I'm gonna bring this over. I'm gonna fillet I'm gonna get the meat from the skin. So you just start from the back, from the tail end, get a little section started, and now you're just guiding your knife all the way up. So you see how I'm keeping my knife parallel with the table. If you need to, just move it closer to the end of the table. And now I'm just doing a slight angle, but I'm just going back and forth, making sure I'm making contact with the skin and the meat, and it comes right off. And the last part is to get any pin bones in the bloodline. So you see the bloodline that's here. I'm gonna get some of that out because that holds some of the pin bones, but because I bled this fish, the bloodline isn't as prominent. And that is it, my friends. Let me get this scale off of here, but that is it. That's a nice fillet there. Do the same thing to this one. Lay it down, keep going across, holding on to the skin. Oh, missed a little bit there. I missed it. It was holding on. Do the same thing. I feel some pin bones right there, so get that bloodline on both sides there. And that is it. That is one sheep's head. Look at all that meat that's there. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing with the rest of them, and then I'll meet you guys in the kitchen. All right, guys, let's get busy. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to do fried sheep's head sliders. Never done this one before. This is new on the channel. I'm excited about it. It only takes 3 ingredients, so let's get busy. Guys, since this is a new recipe, I'm only going to use 1 piece of fish because I want to try this out, make sure it tastes really good for the family, and now I'm going to hook them up. I picked up some dinner rolls. These are for sliders. Got these from Publix. And then over here, I'm going to start with some Raging Cajun seasoning. This is gonna give it the little kick that I wanted. Little light dose on it. I'm only gonna put this on one side, and then I'm gonna follow it up with, guys, it's my wood fire garlic. Sprinkle that on here, and then I'm gonna use some onion powder. Don't need a whole lot. And then my fish fry is gonna be Zatarain's fish fries, the crispy southern. And so I have that in the bag already, just enough for this one piece. And I have some of this Cajun seasoning already in the bag. So when I get ready to mix it up, we're going to be good to go. So I also have some egg wash with just a little bit of the seasoning in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dunk the um, fish fillet in here, soak it all up, make sure it's good to go. And then I'm going to put it in this batter. Let's go ahead and drop that off in there. Let's get it coated up nice and good on both sides. I didn't want the seasoning on both sides just because I know sometimes it can be a little too much if you put it on both sides. So now that I have that, drop this in there, close it on up, and then we're going to go ahead and shake this up, make sure it's completely coated. We want that covered. We want this fish fillet completely covered in this fish fry. And you can see inside there, it is covered completely. That's what we want. All right, guys, so I have some olive oil in here. I only have not even an eighth of an inch in there. You don't need a whole lot because the fish fillets are kind of thin and I want to fry it both on both sides. So I'm gonna put this on medium heat, and then we're gonna wait for this oil to heat up a little bit. You can start seeing a little bit of smoke come out of it, or you'll see the oil itself start to move around in there in the bottom a little bit. That lets you know it's heated up. And then you can always do a little test just to make sure, but we'll give it a couple minutes and we're gonna go ahead and drop this fish in there. All right, that Earl's starting to do the little pop lock dance. You can hear it popping in there. All right, so we're going to take this one piece of fish, drop it on in. You can see how it sizzles on up. That's what we want right there. We're going to let this go for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and we're going to be ready to chow down. All right, guys, it has been about 2.5 minutes. We're going to flip it on over. Oh, man, look at that. Does that not look good or what? All right, guys, we are done. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. I'm gonna drop this on this plate. Oh man, I'm gonna let that cool off for a little bit, and then we're gonna prepare the rest of it. But man, that is looking and smelling delicious. So I'm keeping this really simple, guys. I toasted my rolls in the air fryer just for a couple minutes to get them a little bit toasty, and then I am gonna split this one to get, I can get 2 full sliders out of this with some left over. And then the only thing I'm going to use is some simple, I'm just going to add some tartar sauce on this, a little bit of tartar sauce on the top. Like I said, I just want to keep it simple. You guys can do, add whatever topping you want. I think this is just good enough for me. I'm pretty hungry right now, and so I am ready to eat. But that's it, guys. It's just my fried sheep's head on a toasted roll and some coleslaw on the side. Let's take a bite and let's see what this tastes like. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get busy. This smells really good and I am excited about trying it out. Oh my, that's good. That's real good. It can actually use a little bit more of the Cajun seasoning. I'm not a big spicy guy and I didn't want to put a lot on there, but this is good. I can actually put it on both sides because it has a little bit less salt. I'm going to do that on the next batch. But This is really good, man. A little coleslaw on the side. That is amazing. Mm, wow. Guys, if you've ever tried sheep's head, fried sheep's head sliders, leave a comment below. I want to know what you think about it. Um, this is my first time, and it will definitely not be the last. These are really good, really simple to make, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to making, the rest of the fish for the family. So, man, let me know in the comments below what you guys do with your sheep's head or other inshore fish that you catch. I always love seeing recipes and different ideas from other fishermen. So leave a comment below and let me know, how you prepare your fish. Man, I tell you what, this was good, simple, easy, but delicious. So I really appreciate you guys hanging with me all the way to the end. If you did like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And then if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Really helps me out. Helps out the algorithm to push my channel to other people so that way they can see the type of content I'm putting out. And then you can also share my channel. That helps as well. Till next time, remember, God loves you. God bless you. May He keep you. Peace. Mm, it's good. It was really good.